Today we're talking about Quanterix, QTRX. This is a company that's in the medical instruments area, health services, medical devices. They have instruments, diagnostic kits, really to detect and then help identify what that treatment would be to treat these diseases. So diagnostic tests and really focusing high growth areas, sectors such as neurology, oncology, and immunology. With also a bend towards Alzheimer's, so which is a disease that unfortunately afflicts many people as they age and get older. But a lot of concerns with Quanterix over the past year or so. Its stock has plunged over 60% in the past year, and it's trading at the low end of its range. About $8.76 a share, down from nearly $30 a share. And it's clinging to that lower echelon section of its trading range. The issues with Quanterix seems to be in a high scientific type area, which would have a lot of demand. That is true. They have actually had double-digit revenue growth for over the past year, or I think it's 6 quarters in a row now. So it is in a high growth sector, but there are growth concerns from a profitability perspective, is that they've struggled to maintain or achieve profitability. Revenue growth is not what you would expect. Again, most of the attention is going to artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and the like, which have much higher growth rates than a medical products health services company. And then they also dropped the bomb back in November and said that they've got an accounting restatement. So it's caused a bit of a sell-off in the company, but I don't think they're through. And by the time we're done with this, you can see why I've started to accumulate some shares here. They've got a couple of strategies here. One, they're going to fix their accounting problems. And these date back to years 2023 and 2022. And by the looks of the analysis that they've performed and they've put out for you to read, it doesn't appear to be a dramatic change to the financials, but we want them accurate. We're investors. We need good, reliable information, and we need to hold management and the board accountable for that. So glad to see that is happening. Makes it much more believable, reliable, and predictable going forward. But that looks like that's going to be close to being completed, and doesn't look like it's going to be a game stopper for this company, Quanterix. The other interesting thing is that this company has been on the acquisition trail, so they are intent to grow. So they're not taking this lull in stock price activity as a sign that they're ready to roll over and go away. They've done just the opposite. They've announced 2 acquisitions over the past few months. One company called Emission, that's a cash acquisition, and it's really going to enhance their diagnostic capabilities. That is scheduled to close very soon. And another one called Akoya Biosciences, another spatial biology company. And this is a much larger acquisition for them. This company has about $90 million in revenue. And by the time of the close, this company should have $175 million and be debt-free. This is the time of the close between the Quanterix and the Akoya merger. So there's lots of interesting things on the horizon. Couple that with you have insiders that control about 7% of the stock and an addressable market of $5 billion and growing. This makes this quite an interesting company. So let's take a look at some of the stock particulars and then conclude on this. So small cap company with a market cap of about $430 million. We know the 1 year and 5 year down 60% on both of those accounts. The stock's been hit hard. Trailing 12-month revenue, you've got some revenue, folks. You've got $132 million in revenue. The guidance for 2024 until it's finalized is about $137 million for the year-end 2024. That's actually up 12% or low double-digit growth. Cash liquidity, always something that we like to take a look at. They reported $290 million of cash with just $40 million of debt at the end of Q3. That's not bad. That is a very good measure of strength of this company. And then they've gone on an acquisition binge and buying up 2 more companies, which will broaden and deepen the scope of Quanterix. So they're really building something. They're building their own empire here. And at the close of these transactions, you're going to have management indicates they're going to have about $175 million in cash, a company with revenues in excess of $200 million a year. and they're going to be debt-free. Very interesting. So with the stock price of hovering in the $8.70 to $9 a share price, down from nearly 30 just in the past year, this makes for quite an interesting story. And when you couple that with the analyst ratings, which are calling for $16 to $28 a share, this makes this quite a compelling case to get yourself a stake in Quanterix, as this is an interesting company that appears to be coming around. I like it. I'm following it. I've acquired an initial stake. I'll keep following it, and we'll probably look to raise my stake in the weeks to come. And wanted to make you all aware of this interesting company, Quanterix, QTRX. Some things are happening with it. They'll get through the accounting restatement. They'll close their M&A activity. They'll continue to grow organically. And I think the stock moves much higher over the course of the next 12 to 24 months. Hope that helps. Let me know what you're doing, and we'll talk again soon.